edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Welcome, traders, welcome. Of course, this video is for actually trading in the next couple of hours, meaning through Tuesday night into Wednesday's close. This video being filmed on a Tuesday evening is coming at you on Tuesday for Trading Wednesday, Jan 29th, 2020. Before I even talk about risk, in last night's video, I mentioned to you that after reading enough of your suggestions and me thinking about this long enough, that it would be a great idea for me to change my format of my daily trading recommendations, which are the same trades I will put in my own account on most occasions. I send them to you, and I give you an idea. We're going to get long S&P, and then throughout the next 24 hours, you got to wait for me to send the signal, and the ding, 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 and it rings, and it tells you what to do. And then as the markets move, I got to send you another. And I've told you that I've decided to change that format after listening to your suggestions and make it where in the beginning of the trade, I give you all the information that you need. Where to buy, where to sell, where the stop goes in first, and where to take profits. And the rest of the trade, you get to just place your orders, go to sleep, or however you trade, and work this out for yourselves. So, perfect example, traders. My apologies for last night in last night's video. And this is a perfect example of why I need to change this for you so you guys can trade at your own will, taking my Omni recommendations and doing whatever you think you need to do with them. Here's why. Last night, Omni, in the video, the trade was get short, let it drop, get out of the way, and see where the market's going to go. That was the plan. We sold Russell. We sold S&P. S&P drops. Depending upon your fill, we're up 17 points, 17 to 19 points on the S&P trade. We're up 5 points on the Russell trade. You guys are waiting for me to send you a flash update. I set an alert on my computer. Make sure you recognize when the market gets to 32.41. You realize it, get us out of the trade. I put the alert in and I wait. 3:30 in the morning, 4 in the morning, no alert. I start to doze off a little. I wake up about an hour later. I rub my eyes and I realize we've made a new low. We should have been out of the trade. My alert that I set at 32.41.5, I set it at 33.41.5, off by 100 points. A rookie mistake, one I almost never make. But I set my alert incorrectly. You guys were in a monster winning trade because you did not hear from me at 3:30 in the morning. You didn't take profits on time. And our S&P trade, if you didn't get out, got stopped. And our Russell trade ended up losing 2 very good wins out the window. Why? Because everyone's got to rely on me sending you that flash. I will free you up from that. From now on, I will give it all to you. I'm not going to start tomorrow. I'm going to give you guys a couple of weeks to get used to this. But eventually, in the next couple of weeks, I am going to turn these trades over to you. Now, if you have difficulty when I give you a trade, and you see it says buy here, sell there, place your stop, you see it was a winning trade that day from Omni, and you didn't win, you need to come out to OmniCamp and just learn how to get these trades right. OmniCamp will help you do that. You'll have the entire plan. What I'm looking to do, you'll know what I'm looking to do. You'll know why I'm getting in and why I'm getting out. I'll teach that to you. 4-day, 5-night seminar live in Las Vegas, February 28th through March 2nd. There are only several seats left open. I have been speaking to many of my applicants. I've got a few more applications I'm going to review, and I'm going to choose who gets to come out here. Make sure you show up for OmniCamp so that you can learn how to use these trades to benefit yourselves, benefit your lives, and God willing, make your accounts go sky high. That is my hope for you. I can't promise you that unless you behave, take the trades properly, but I hope I can do that for you. You come out to OmniCamp, that should happen. In any event, there is risk involved, just like last night. Monster winning trades out the window on us because I didn't send you the flash. Make sure your stops go in first. You know, let me back that up. I did actually send you guys a flash, but it was for a higher profit objective. I wanted you to get out a lower one, and that's where things went bad with my bad alert. Anyway, very risky game. Place your stops first. Never trade without them. Know that this game can take the money out of your account like that, plus more. If you sell options, you can be hanging in moments. Make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you understand the risks. Make sure you only use risk capital earmarked to possibly be lost. Now, what the hell's on my board? Barring that stupidity of mine last night, that won't happen again, kids, I promise. E-mini, S&P, NASDAQ, Russell all have a green Omni. Omni flips back to green. Now this is, of course, changed to Fed meeting day 2. The Fed is going to make an announcement on Wednesday. What the markets will do is react to that announcement. But here's what we know. NQ, the NASDAQ held that support line I showed you in last night's video. I'll show you another. The E-mini S&P held its support line. I'll show you that in just a moment. So I'm going to tell you this. NASDAQ holding support plus E-mini S&P holding support plus Omni turning green equals, well, plus the Fed meeting where nothing is going to happen, we know this, equals new highs very soon. I think you might even see them tomorrow. The Fed, we know, is not going to do anything. They can't. They're in a spot right now that they're, not that their hands are tied, their hands are folded, and they know not to hit the keyboard, so they won't. And that means we can probably trade successfully, get in at the right spot, and look for the market to go. So I'm going to look to get long E-mini S&P, Russell, or NASDAQ. We'll see what works. But remember, in my opinion, technically, the NASDAQ holding plus the ES holding plus Omni turning green added to the Fed absolutely not moving rates on us should propel us to new highs, in my technical opinion. One other thing before we go look at these charts is I got a buy signal in Tesla, kids. Came up right before I came up the stairs to do this video. I checked Tesla and went, ooh, buy signal. I'll show that to you with no further ado. Let's go look at some charts. Traders, last night's video, I showed you this very same chart of the NASDAQ daily bar and said NASDAQ did not break its channel. If it holds, we'll have to pay close attention. It held and went straight up on Tuesday. That's a good hold. Why? Because look at each time it gets down there what happens. It's a very good spot for this to happen next. So we looked at that and said, well, that's why we're going to get out of our short trades very quickly on Tuesday and see if this is going to hold. And if it does, we'll go long on Wednesday. And E-mini S&P, same thing. Held very smartly on Tuesday morning and went straight up. So I say it's not just filling a gap. I say it should continue higher because, once again, it's proved that when it hits this trend line, for whatever reason, market's willing, it goes back up. So you got to like what you see there, plus the green Omni. Russell 2000 is not above, and of course you've seen this in last night's video. One of the reasons why I liked the downside Omni was because we had broken pretty strongly. We had a red Omni. We were looking for a dot down to get out of. And the market ended up going back up, getting above the trend line a little and settling right at it. But it's trying to get back above that trend line. And from what we've known, it usually doesn't spend a lot of time below that trend line. So another reason to believe in the green Omni for trading on Wednesday. And then the Dow, another chart in last night's video. Dow is clearly back into its channel and settled here. So Dow, nice channel, a nice long one, is back in that channel. So I like that. And then I thought I'd present you with this. Tesla goes back into a buy. Don't care how expensive it is now. It is definitely not too expensive. Tesla looks like it wants to go up according to the Omni. And I'm looking at numbers like up to 588. If it gets above, you'll see 595, maybe even 606. And as a gift to you, I think around the 560 area on Wednesday, you can probably purchase Tesla and look for these types of targets. Shortly on this one, maybe tomorrow on those. That's what I'm looking for. Of course, always put your stops in first because no trade setup is guaranteed to work. But these are pretty smart setups, and I like them for sure. Traders, you've seen the charts. You got my technical reasoning why the green Omni makes me show you that these things add up to that, most likely, which is new highs coming soon. Of course, listen, no analysis works perfectly. Stops always go in first. But analysis generally works really well, and I believe in it, and you've seen a lot of fantastic trades from us, so you should believe in that too. Always come up with your trades based on sound technical analysis. Don't listen to the news. Don't listen to anybody's suggestions. Forget about tips and inside information. If you know how to read a chart, you understand all of the fundamental information. If you know how to react to a chart, you will become a good trader. I promise to help teach you that here. Now, don't mean to get political, and I haven't really said much about politics in these videos since Trump got elected. Thank you for that. But if you've watched these hearings, if Joey Boy and Little Hunter don't end up in the hot seat after this, you can get away with anything in D.C. That's my only opinion so far. After watching that, I went, oh, dear Lord, who knew that was coming? Well, I sort of thought it was coming, but didn't know it would be such evidence pointing at, yuck, I mean, $3 million, $50,000 a month, jobs for other people. I'm not giving you the $1 billion unless you fire the guy who's investigating my son's company in 3.5 hours. I mean, oh my God, a lot of stuff came out of that. So again, I don't know how this will end up. I would doubt we'll see an impeachment. The markets aren't acting that way. This is all about markets. But if I was Joey Boy and Little Hunter, I would find a hole to dig myself into and hide for a while. If they don't get in trouble, so be it. Markets will continue on. Hey, just to let you know, if you're going to get mad at me, I have voted for Obama the first time. I voted for Clinton twice. I did vote for Trump the first time. I'll vote for whoever I think is doing a good job, so I'm not anyone who stands on, hey, he's a Republican, he's right. And I'm certainly not going to call the Democrats right here, but, So, Omniacs, how about that? We usually talk about omnis, right? But that was an omen. As soon as I started talking about politics, my camera shut off on me. So, I'll accept that omen. I just wanted to say that I thought they opened up a can of worms that they probably shouldn't have opened, but whatever. I'll accept the omen and get out of this video. So remember, keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do, in my opinion, to keep those emotions at bay, is say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Traders, join me in my trading room at livewithoscar.com and we'll watch the Fed meeting tomorrow and see what the results are. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.